Yes, the internet represents and presents new challenges. But to resolve them, we don't need to start from scratch. International law principles are not suspended in cyberspace. They apply there with equal force and equal urgency. Take, for example, the threat of cyberspace conflict between states. For more than a century, the global community has worked to develop rules that govern conflicts among nations, including concepts of proportionality and distinction between combatants and civilians. And we've developed diplomatic methods that countries can take together to prevent war, respond to attack, and build trust with one another. So while cyberspace is a new realm, we have many, many years of hard-won understandings to guide us in this new space. Of course, cyberspace presents challenges that are different from any we've faced before, and it raises new questions. It forces us to come up with new approaches where old ones no longer suffice. Consider confidence-building measures. It's a great deal harder to assess another nation's cyber capabilities than to count their tanks, for example. The technology is dual use. Governments don't have a monopoly on it. And you can't judge the intentions of another country by looking at its force posture, like by looking at its posture. So it's a challenge to identify effective confidence-building measures in cyberspace. We've got to find a way. For example, the United States is working closely with Russia to reach an agreement that would establish links between our computer emergency response teams and our nuclear risk reduction centers to build cooperation and to set up lines of communication in the event of an alarming incident. We're also looking to multilateral institutions such as the OSCE, which has a history of developing confidence-building measures in the context of conventional warfare, to contribute their expertise to this quest. But in our quest for security, we cannot sacrifice, I want to emphasize, we believe we cannot sacrifice the openness that makes possible all the benefits and opportunities that the internet brings. The tactic of invoking security as a justification for harsh crackdowns on freedom is not new in the digital age, but it has new resonance as the internet has given governments new capacities for tracking and punishing human rights advocates and political dissidents. In some places, as you all know, bloggers are imprisoned and abused for criticizing the government. In others, there is widespread censorship of content that government deems politically unacceptable. Look, folks, again, no surprise, the United States, and I suspect most of you, I hope, stand against these acts and for internet freedom. The rights of individuals to express their views and petition their leaders, practice their religion, assemble with their fellow citizens online, we believe must be protected. These rights are universal, whether they're exercised in the town square or on a Twitter stream. They're enshrined in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, which it applies to cyberspace just as surely as it does to every corner of every country on earth. Those countries that try to have it both ways by making internet closed to free expression but open for business will find that this is no easy task. They may try to build walls between these different activities, but there isn't a separate economic internet, political internet, and social internet. They are all one. It's simply the internet. The same search engines that help customers find local businesses also point them to websites of bloggers and civil society groups, social networking sites, allows friends to share not only home videos, but also views about the political and social issues within their country. Trying to build and maintain barriers in cyberspace entails a variety of costs, not just the cost of paying thousands of censors and internet police to work around the clock, but also the opportunity cost to a nation's future. And I believe all nations will ultimately determine this. The digital marketplace of ideas that welcomes every blog and tweet is the same one that inspires the next generation of innovators to fuel our economies. And when businesses consider investing in a country with a poor record on internet freedom, and they know that their website could be shut down suddenly, their transactions monitored, their staffs harassed, they'll look for opportunities elsewhere.